Okay, good morning, everybody. Today is 4 June 2021. Today we are working in the important details here, okay, about some important details about Ecuador, okay? We have the religion, okay? The predominant religion is Roman Catholic, but there is a characteristic of the Christian faiths. Indian Ecuadorians, however, have blended Catholicism and their traditional beliefs. Language, especially here in Ecuador, we have a lot of languages. For example, we have Spanish, we have Quechua, and in the ethnic groups, for example, from Amazon region, we have Zapara. Okay, the language Zapara, the language Ashuar, Shuar, Safiki, Waurani, and Wow, and we have a lot of language here. But the most popular language here in Ecuador are Spanish and Quechua. Okay, art, architecture, and music. Despite its small size, Ecuador is a magic cultural for arts in South America. Most consider Quito to be the cultural capital as well as the political capital, and a visit to well-appointed art museum shows why. Leisure. Two of the most popular activities in Ecuador are soccer and dancing. The whole country rallies behind the tricolor of La Selección Ecuador national teams. Okay, please copy this. Va a dejar un espacio para que usted de ver vaya a pegar, ¿sí? Religión del Ecuador, el idioma que se habla, la arquitectura y los leisure could be national sport. El deporte nacional del Ecuador es el soccer, ¿ok? El fútbol. Copy, please, all of this. And let me know if you finish, ¿ok? Ahorita está viendo mi pantalla de Word, chicos. Yes or no?
Yes, important.
Okay, copy.
Profe, esto copiamos.
Yes, please. You must copy and please, let's go to make a little explanation about this. And like a homework, you must paste or print the pictures, okay? De deber, usted tiene que copiar, tiene que pegar o imprimir las imágenes, okay? Deje un espacio.
O sea, profe, ¿cómo hay que hacer?
Tiene que ir poniendo los subtítulos y tiene que dejar espacios para que pegue la religión. ¿Cuál es de la religión? A ver, le voy a, espérenme, creo que tengo aquí la diapositiva para poder enseñarle, ¿ya?
Profe, o sea que tenemos que solo pegar los títulos, o sea, solo tenemos que escribir los títulos y
No,
dejar espacio para las fotos.
no, tiene que escribir lo que está ahí, el concepto, y luego del concepto tiene que usted pegar. Copie título, subtítulo y deje el espacio para que pueda pegar. I can find. Okay, just a moment. Okay, for example, religion in Ecuador. Some of Ecuadorians believe in Catholic religion, are Christians, but the indigenous Ecuadorians have many religions. Like they believe in the Pachamama, they believe in Inti Raymi, they believe in all of these. For example, in the earth. Okay, language. As I can say, I can see in this topic, we talk about some languages. For example, we have some ethnic groups in Ecuador. Afro-Ecuadorians from Esmeraldas, they speak Spanish, okay? For example, in the Amazon region, they speak, for example, the Shuar, and in the coast, there is one ethnic group that the name is Epera. And in the highlands, all of the highlands, okay, all of the province of highlands speak in Quechua and Spanish. In some schools and college, you learn English and Spanish, okay? You are bilingual. En algunas escuelas del Ecuador enseñan el quichua, ¿ok? Enseñan otros idiomas como el francés, el italiano, el inglés. Por eso son escuelas bilingües. Pero Ecuador, lo que más se habla es el quichua y el español, ¿ok? Art, architecture, and music. For example, when you visit the downtown in Quito, you can see all the architecture and art in the churches, okay? And also in the museums or in the antique houses. For example, in La Compañía, in El Sagrario, in La Basilica, there are a lot of art. And in the Basilica Church, the architecture is Gothic, Neo-Gothic, okay? And we have art, Baroque art, we have a lot of art here in Quito. And the music, you know, the music is according to the provinces. For example, in the Esmeraldas, they play marimba. In Chotas Valleys, they play la bomba. In Manabí province, they play, for example, they play Montubian music, and especially in the Andes region, they play like flute, like all of these instruments, okay? So Andean instruments. And in leisure, we have a lot of teams here in Ecuador, soccer teams like Liga, like Nacional, El Nacional, like, I don't know, Barcelona, Emelec. We have a lot of these teams, okay? But Ecuador has La Selección, is a national team, okay? So you must pick one religion, for example, Catholic or maybe Testigo de Jehová or wherever you want, okay? Language, Spanish or Quechua, art. One of the three options you must print or paste. And the leisures, okay? You understand what I mean? Okay, what is the other national sport in Ecuador? ¿Cuál es otro deporte nacional en el Ecuador? Ya decimos que the soccer is the most popular, but you know, Another sport that the Ecuadorians practice. ¿Sabe de otro deporte que Ecuador, que las personas ecuatorianas practiquemos?
Basketball?
Okay, could be basketball, okay. What else? Volleyball. Okay, Maite, don't do that. What else? You don't know? You know one traditional game here in Ecuador. Los juegos tradicionales en Ecuador. Do you know about that? Come on, participate.
Hide and seek.
Okay, another one?
Tennis.
Okay, tennis, yes.
Fútbol.
Football, okay. We say soccer. We have a lot of traditional, like, for example, yes, traditional games here in Ecuador. Yo veo eso con Ramiro. Juegos tradicionales del Ecuador. For example, el florón.
Balón mano.
Okay, that one. Yes. Las ollitas, I don't know, it is available now.
La rayuela.
La rayuela, that is a traditional game here in Ecuador.
La cuerda.
Yes. John Rowe, okay.
El trompo.
El trompo, las canicas, okay. You can say canicas marbles. Okay. Let me know if you finish because we passed two legends in Ecuador.
Ya acabé, profe.
You finish, everybody finish?
Un ratito, teacher.
Okay, I wait for you. Okay.
Finish.
Okay. 1 second.
Finish, teacher.
Teacher. Teacher.
Okay. Okay, so I will pass. ¿Puedo pasar ya? Yes, no?
No, teacher.
Okay, I give you 2 minutes more. ¿Quién todavía no terminó, chicos?
Finish, teacher. Finish, teacher.
Acá. Okay. Okay, so I stop sharing this. And let's go with the legends, okay? Okay, so we talk about the legends, okay? Ecuador has a lot of legends, okay? Like, as you know, we have del Gallito de la Catedral, we know de la Mariangula, we have Cantuña, we have a lot of this, La Dama Tapada, okay? But today we are working in some three of the important legends here in Ecuador. Pay attention, please. Okay, legends in Ecuador. Just a minute, okay. Okay, first we have the Umiña. We talk about this legend, Umiña. What is Umiña? The goddess Umiña was considered the goddess of the health for the Manteña culture. Itzumiña was the daughter of the chieftain, and her mother was a well-known Achmos love, healer and priestess. When she was young, her mother mysteriously died. Umiña took her mother's place and quickly became beloved by the people for her healing abilities. After a year had passed, the chieftain remained to the local woman, suspect or better cast guess where this is going. She was a witch. She was jealous of Umiña fame and cast of a spell on the chieftain, convening him that Umiña must be put to the death. They tried to have Rab sail for 3 days into the ocean, and they left her there with no food or water. Miraculous Umiña arrived on shore 3 days later, still bewitched. Her father decreed she be taken to the tallest mountain and tied there to die of exposure. This time she appeared 3 months later, have been rescued by a giant condor. The town rejoiced at the thankfully her father had come to his sense. He cast out the wheat and took Minya back it happily in the right. Round the wheat after evading the soldier and some werewolf, Shane again stepped into the chieftain's chamber and stabbed him to the death. They buried the chieftain and Minya threw herself onto the grave and ordered the soldiers, don't touch to her, no matter what. After several days, she died, and her corpse was a whale leaving only her hair, which had become a giant red emerald. The local priest built a temple on the site and made a golden bust of Uminya, with the emerald sent into the it. From the day of the legend, had it anyone who touched the emerald has immediately healed of their ills. People were said to travel from Mexico, Peru, and Central America to visit the temple to culture the elements. Umiña is the most famous legend from Manta. In a neighborhood called Umiña and the best locally brewed. Beer is named Umiña. Check out more delicious local produce and other great things of the article 10 things to buy a culture month. Okay? This is the Umiña, la diosa de la salud. Okay? Then we have the Cantuñas legends. Okay, you know the Cantuña legends, okay? It's in San Francisco Church. And Cantuña was a very famous legend in Quito, capital of Ecuador. He was a very famous in Indian in colonial times because he was a direct descendant of the great warrior Rumiñahui. This Indian called Cantuña had much power of other Indians in the region. Taking advantage of this, he promised to build a beautiful and large atrium to the Church of San Francisco, but his committed to the church was due in 6 months. Otherwise, he will not charge anything. The work was not easy. When the delivery time of the work was nearly completing, Cantuña was desperate and offered to provide whatever to help him to aid the atrium, which was just started. This offering reached the ears of the devil, taking advantage of the situation and introduced himself and offered to end the court that night. As long as Cantuña gave his soul as payment, Cantuña accepted, and thousands of little devils began working in darkness field of the city. Cantuña suddenly realized how fast they worked and that his soul could be found to suffer punishment for all the eternity. So he decided to challenge the devil. Cantuña went to a corner and took a stone. It wrote in a Latin, "Who takes the stone and put in place will recognize that there is only one God, and he is above all creature in the universe." When the court was about to finish, the devil wanted to put the last stone, but to read what it contained could not, it only broke his covenant. Cantuña kept the rock forever, and no one was able to complete the work. If you visit the Plaza de San Francisco, look what the size where the famous stone missing. And finally, you talk about this. This is Cantuña's legends. And La Dama Tapada, okay? That is the famous in Guayaquil and here in Quito. La Dama Tapada appears as a popular belief about the year 17th in the city of Guayaquil. This legend tells the story of a lady who appeared around midnight but only appeared to the authentic cemetery Boca del Pozo, the lower church of Santo Domingo in the city of Guayaquil. This young woman wearing only chasing philandering between this beautiful costume and elegant black dress and very nice time veil covering her face, which is not allowed to be recognized their victims. Legend had is the lady exuded his environment a peculiar fragrance of lilies and violets, and this exciting why at the making them into the trance of hypnotized, living and forcing them to follow her. But this character is not allowed to wear clothes of 1 meter. Womanizers shocked by her beauty pursuit without realizing what place they were going, reaching the general cemetery, place where the lady was about to discover her face, saying these words, "You know me as I am. Now wants to follow me." In moments, her beautiful face was breaking out the skull from which flowered all odors, since their victims died and some were impacted by the shock, others by the stench. Very few survived those who were ranked by the popular culture as a rascal. She then appeared in this always was the way to go. This is the La Dama Tapada, okay? And now let's go to close here. And so let's go to, do you know that the legends are 50% fake and 50% true. 50% real y 50% de mentira, okay? And Mariangula, that you watch in the video, it's a traditional Ecuadorian legend, okay? Don't be scary. Don't be scary. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.